Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are playing around with the new collection from Jaclyn, and I'm actually quite surprised. If you notice, the lip is very bold, very bright. I wasn't sure how I would feel about it, but I don't know, I'm enjoying it so far. Now, we do have the new palette. This is the Strawberry Feels eyeshadow palette. It is a very red and pink color story, as well as we have one of the new liquid lipsticks to try out. So you guys, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications, new videos, and if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this eye look and what color I'm using, just keep watching. Okay, so Jaclyn released a strawberry inspired eyeshadow palette, as well as there's a couple other things like lip products. So we're gonna go ahead and play around with this. It says this fresh picked and pretty palette is jam-packed with juicy shades that are sure to evoke strawberry feels forever. So let's check this out. All right, so same as the outer carton, just missing the same text and information. There's not really a lot on the back of this except for when it expires and then a couple other details. Now, this color story, look at that. Really pretty red shades. You've got some pinkies. You've got a couple nude shades, so I gravitate towards nude shades, but you're gonna get them more on the red side. So I'm interested to swatch the two shimmers that are in here. The rest are mattes. So if you are a die-hard matte fan, this is definitely a palette that you might be interested in because there's only two shimmers. And even then, I say shimmer, but the one is definitely more shimmery, but it's like a satin, not really like a true shimmer. So this shade is sugar coated, just a really pretty champagne pop, great for the inner corner just to give you a little bit of shine. Same thing with the brow bone. And then you have Fresh Picked, which it looks like it's a shimmer in the palette. When you look at it, this one right here, you can kind of see the sheen. But when you look at this color, there's not really a lot of shimmer to it. So let's go ahead and swatch those. Ooh, that is really pretty though. Okay, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this isn't too difficult because it's obviously gonna be pinky with red tones, but the lighter shades, there's quite a few in here. So trying to figure out like which ones I wanted to play with. So I think I'm gonna go into this first shade, Lemonade, and put that in the crease and the outer V area. I'm only dipping in a little bit. I wanna see what the color payoff is before I dip in too crazily and see that it's like super dramatic. Okay, you get a wash of color. So it's nothing too crazy if you're just dipping in. If you're not into pinks, this is probably not the palette that you're gonna gravitate towards. But this shade is really pretty if you do like pink shades. I had another palette that I was looking at using that was released before this, and I received it prior, but it's the Glamlight Michaela Pot 2, because it's an H, not an R. And I was looking at it and I was like, I just did a green eye, I just did a blue eye. Oh, wait a minute. So I figured I would do this one first. But I do really enjoy Glamlight. They are a really good eyeshadow brand, and I've liked the palettes that I've gotten from them in the past. But I've just done a lot of that color story in the last couple videos. So I figured we would play around with some pinkies and red shades today. That's really pretty, just nothing too crazy. I didn't pack it on there. I just kind of brushed it on slightly and blended it out. Same brush, I'm gonna go into All the Feels, which is just that brighter, like pinky red shade. I'm gonna go in on the fluffy crease brush just to get a wash of color before I go and deepen it up. So just a little bit lower on the crease. I'm just slightly brushing it on just to get a little bit of wash of color. You know how when you eat a popsicle and then your lips are that red shade? That's kind of what I'm trying to do just for the crease right now before I deepen any of these up. And I think I've talked about it before where it honestly depends on the brush that you're using. If you want a more intense shade, you go in with a compacted smudger and you can deepen it up. If you want more of a wash of color, you go in with a fluffy crease brush. Ooh, that was really pretty. So now I'm gonna go into my compacted smudge brush, same color, all the feels, and I just picked up a little bit. You're gonna see the difference when I go and place it and then start to blend it out. See, just placing it down, such a brighter shade. I'm not expecting it to be too bright, only because we do still have Berry Whipped, which is the darkest red shade in this. And that's gonna just deepen up the outer corner. So same compacted smudge brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Berry Whipped, which is the darkest shade in this palette. And it's more of like a burgundy red than like a pinky red. So we're just gonna put that right here in the outer V, not too far forward because I do want that pinky shade. I am gonna go back into all the feels, which was the last shade I used, and I'm gonna bring it a little bit more forward, just so we have that pinky hue. Looking at the two shimmers, I really wanna try this shade out, but I don't want it to just be an all red eye. So I am gonna go into Sugar Coated and just on my ring finger, pick that up. On a dry brush, I just want to go pick up some of that shade to see if we can get more precision. And with that pinky shade underneath, it's kind of, you can tell where it grabbed the eyeshadow primer, but then the eyeshadow, the pink eyeshadow was, and they just met. So fluffy crease brush. I'm not doing anything too precise. I'm just using the fluffy crease brush with no extra product and just pushing over on that shimmery shade. Okay, base products are done. Eyes are almost done. You just gotta finish up the under eye. So I'm gonna go back into Lemonade just on my tiny pencil brush. This is gonna get placed underneath the entire eye. And it's such a pretty pale pink shade. And then back into all the feels. Just right here into the middle, not too far over. And then into Berry Whipped, just in the outer V, and then smudging it into the outer V area. This is such a pretty look. I am absolutely loving how it turned out. Now I need some eyeliner, brows, and mascara, and then I'll come back for lips. Okay, one last thing to do, and that's the lips. I have one of the liquid lipsticks from the collection. This is in the shade Juicy. And of course, the packaging is so cute. I love the foiled strawberry on this. Now, I got this shade, which is really bright pink. And normally I don't do a bright, bold eye and a dark lip color, but you know what? Why not? Ooh, it smells like strawberries. I'm not gonna line my lips, so hopefully this looks fine. That is not like hot pink, but kind of a hot red. Okay. You guys, this color is it's bright, but I also haven't dipped back into the tube either. I might actually have to now. Okay, you guys, this lip, it is such a bright reddish pink shade. It's actually really, really pretty, and I'm kind of glad that I went with this shade. I will probably wear this a lot. And then with this eye, it is a bold eye, but it's kind of subdued compared to the lip. I don't know, let me know your thoughts down below. I'm really interested in knowing what you guys have to say about this collection. I know not everyone is into, you know, an all pinky palette. There's a couple neutral shades, but there's not a lot, especially when you get into the darker shades. They're not browns, they are burgundy reds, and if that's not your color story, if that's not your thing, this probably isn't going to speak to you. So I'm interested, are you picking this up? Are you passing on it? Let me know your thoughts. And then the lip. Hasn't dried down completely, but it's barely transferred so far. And I really, usually I'm drawn in by my eyes, but right now I'm distracted by my lips. Anyways, you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But until my next video, you guys, bye, and I'll see you in the next one.